land grab that happened in like the 1800s in California, where the federal government was selling land. It was swampland for like pennies, and there was a massive flood like this that was like on the west side of like Fresno County, Madera County, and there's a famous photo of like a mule pulling a couple guys in a boat, and it was essentially that's what they were using to determine if that land could be bought for that cheap price. If you could float a boat on it, then you could buy it for this like, you know, pennies or whatever. And so there's people who came in with this assessor, and they had a boat float across the valley because of a flood like this, and they bought up just a huge swath of farmland that was, you know, fertile, rich farmland that on this just one random extra wet year happened to flood.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Oh! Tulare Lake was emptied in the late 1800s, early 1900s by a farmer named J.G. Boswell, who wanted to farm cotton. Is it cotton?
Cotton.
And because of the historic rainfall and now the melting ice on the mountains behind us, the Tulare Lake is filling back up. And some people are happy and some people are mad, but we're just here to check it out and see what we can see.
As far as your eye can see in that direction, the horizon is just water.
Pretty wild. So surreal that the road just stops and ends up in the lake like that. That's wild. In the distance out there, and now a fire truck I think is going to try to go help them out. And like, if the water hits that power transformer, is that going to be a problem?
Land on the north or the south?
I was just flying 10 feet above the water. That was scary.
Yeah.
It's very deceptive. You don't know how close you are.
guess also in the early 1900s, the water rights for the rivers that fed into Tulare Lake were getting contested and going off to different towns so that they could have municipal water. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that this lake wasn't here and then just poof, here it is. The wildlife seems to be loving it though. Matt, should we drive down the road where the fire truck went? Are you comfortable driving that far?
Yeah, he just said be careful. He didn't say not to do it.
You talked to the fireman?
Yes.
Oh, it's a raft. Let's jump on there. There's plenty of room for us.
Like just pushing yourself through the mud, like the gondolas.
The DeLorean, and we set it to go to the year 1860. We'd come out underwater.
Matt, what are you listening for on your radio?
Whatever might be nearby. So I am scanning for local frequencies. Well, it's a ham signal.
It's a mirage, keep going.
And we're butt living with your ears.
Like you gotta see the shot. It's super cool.
Yeah, he's right. Got it! Matt, what's your favorite part of Tulare Lake?
Tulare Lake. It might be you guys.
Maybe Tulare Lake was the friends we made along the way.
The waters may recede, but our friendship will last forever. Not flying.
It's pretty crazy. 10th Avenue just goes into the water. If you take 10th Avenue north, you could end up at my grandma's house.
Man, that was a full battery too. I guess it's probably because I was on sport mode to get out there quickly.
Can Bryan bring his drone back from over the water before the battery dies?
Yes, I think it was being overly cautious. I'm at 44% battery.
But it gauges the return to home time, for like when it wants to return to home.
It was being overly cautious.
It's based on the current draw on the battery. So if you're flying around fast, right, it's like at that draw, it needs so much time to come back. So now that you're playing it safe, you have more time to fly.
But it is still beeping at him.
Math.
The FPV drone flew so fast it got bugs on the front.
Yeah, so when we came in, what was that, 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago? There was just muddy across the roadway right there in that low point, and now there's actual water coming across.
Wild.